our neighbors, Canada.
Boo.
Why?
Yo, chill over there, guys. Damn.
Trials decriminalizing cocaine, MDMA, and other drugs.
You know what? I didn't like Canada at first, at the beginning of the article. Now, I'm a fan.
They decriminalized cocaine?
They have announced that they will temporarily decriminalize the possession of small amounts of some illicit drugs in British Columbia. The province asked for the criminal code exemption after overdoses claimed more than 2,000 lives in British Columbia last year. This time-limited 3-year trial is the first of its kind in Canada, and adults will be allowed to possess a combined total of 2.5 grams of opioids, cocaine, methamphetamine, and MDMA.
Interesting.
Is that like
2.5 grams?
like physically? That's not.
It's like a little.
I don't know.
It's a little
I'm just making
like a
shapes
bump,
with my
right?
hand.
That's like 2.8 grams is not that much at all. It's probably like
Probably like
Yeah. Show
how
show
much
me.
protein powder?
handful of pills?
Yeah. Okay.
probably around like this much.
That's more.
I don't
That's
think-
a lot.
Can you move it here?
Oh yeah.
So people can see it?
I don't know, actually.
Okay.
Is the whole reason for decriminalizing it like that, is that to, they think that's gonna prevent overdoses?
This is two really big.
Trying to get these gains.
What, but the end game goal is so that less people overdose?
No, it's to punish dealers, but not the users.
Oh, okay.
That's when people say decriminalize it. They're talking about decriminalizing the usage of
Right.
the casual users, because they're pinning like the people that
So
are
they're-
just recreational users.
So they're trying to make the dealers, like, to make dealing even more illegal.
Well, in situations like this, like if it were to happen, for example, in America, then like all those black people that like were in possession of like this much weed that have like life sentences, that should never happen. You know what I mean? Because they're not the dealers. They just maybe had a small amount.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anything in a combined total of 2.5 grams, like chances are you aren't the dealer. You're not the huge issue on the street.
That makes sense.
You know?
Yeah, and there's also like different rules too. Like if you had weed back in the day or just any kind of drugs, and then if you had them in individual bags, like you had them separated, that's already intent to sell.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is mainly to, like, refocus resources for...
Well, also, it says, while those substances will remain illegal, adults found in possession for personal use will not be arrested, charged, or have their drugs seized.
Yeah, see.
Instead, they will be offered information on available health and social services.
In exchange for information on where you got that shit.
Yes.
In exchange of
Not your friends.
wire.
It happens already.
Yeah.
There's a lot of countries already that does that. Like I think in like one of those good rehabilitation countries like Sweden or whatever, like they have fucking drug dens that are government funded, and you could go in and use their needles and everything clean, and then they have kiosks that you can go fucking trip at.
That's crazy.
Don't we have that here?
Issue like under wraps though.
Exchange.
No, but they have a place where you could just go in and then like they just do it.
Can't you
And
do that at the needle exchange?
Can you go there and play World of Warcraft?
You should be.
Get kicked out for that shit.
Yeah, because dude, that's like a whole thing, right?
D&B that's where you go do drugs and games.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a good combo.
Wait, game addiction?
Yeah, gamer addiction's a whole thing. Yeah, so imagine having a government-regulated place where it's like you can come and play World of Warcraft, but it's safe.
We don't keep Mountain Dews here anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no code reds.
24 hours benders.
In its request to the federal government last year, British Columbia said it asked for the drug laws exemption in order, quote, to remove the shame that often prevents people from reaching out for
If it's for the shame, that's stupid.
If that's the only reason why, it's really stupid, actually.
Let people do their drugs, dude.
Federal Minister of Mental Health and Addictions said on Tuesday that, quote, for too many years, the ideological opposition to harm reduction has cost lives. We are doing this to save lives, but also to give people using drugs their dignity and choices.
Here's a hot take. Do we really need to... Can't we have a little more shame in the world? Because I think
More shame.
the last generation of Asians did a good job on putting so much shame on us that it helped us not fuck up, honestly. The threat of shame was unbeatable
Yeah.
in raising us.
Oh no, it was beatable. We got beat.
Dishonoring the family, it was a pretty legit thing.
I mean,
now
it-
it's like a dumb kung fu.
It kept
Didn't we
you...
all fuck up though? Didn't we all bring shame to our family?
In one way or another, yeah.
But I think it,
Tons of shame.
it adjusted the threshold where, like, some stuff was too shameful that, like, you know, I never murdered anyone because of the shame.
Hot take. I like some stories of countries, tyrant, dictator, presidents that like
Duarte.
completely fucking behead like drug dealers and shit like that, and go over the top to set examples in order to like, you know, minimize the
crime rate.
Yeah, it's like, does North Korea have a drug problem? No! They just enslave their citizens to make meth and sell it overseas.
Exactly.
And you know, there's something progressive about that.
Of not getting high on your own supply.
They don't get their own.
Stick with that the whole video, please.
One of my favorite things about, you know, it's like, well, Iran doesn't have a Pride Month. And it's like,
That's
yeah,
who really needs a Pride Month, honestly.
Yeah, okay. And it's like, you remember Ahmadinejad? He's like, there's no gay people here.
So in that 2020 interview, he was like, "What do you mean? We don't have gay people. You're crazy."
Oh, in Russia?
And he's like, they don't exist here, actually. It's like, it has nothing to do with suppression, so they don't exist.
Yeah. Not in our country. You crazy?
The best.
I don't know what you guys are doing in your country. My country.
We don't got no gays.
We don't got that stuff here.
We don't even have a word for it.
That's it.
I don't even know what you said.
That's
What was the
why
name again? Ahmadinejad?
Ahmadinejad.
Maybe Americans want to suck each other off all day, but we don't have that in Iran.
Doesn't exist.
Being your little pussy country. We're fucking dig, huh?
Yep. We're busy repping.
There's no room for gays with that much prayer going on.
So stupid.
So they say British Columbia declared the overdose crisis a public health emergency 5 years ago, and overdose deaths have since reached historic highs in the shadow of the COVID-19 pandemic. Over 9,000 people have died of drug overdose in the province since 2016. There have been growing calls for a shift in drug policy towards a public health approach from regions across the country. That has included support for some decriminalization from a number of public health officials, as well as the Canadian Association of Chief of Police. And in terms of just like templates and how this kind of works, in 2020, Oregon became the first U.S. state to drop criminal penalties for the possession of some illicit drugs. The state saw a drop in drug arrests, though there's been some debate as to whether it's prompted more drug users to seek help for their substance use.
I honestly hate that correlation when they go, hey, we stopped making drugs illegal, there have been less drug arrests. No shit, it's not illegal anymore. I love that. You're not gonna arrest people. So why do they do that? They always do that.
When I read that, I'm like, that's good news, you guys.
That's like what's happening in. That's like what's happening in LA, right? It's like they're like, "Hey guys, crime is down," and it's like, no, it's not. There's more fucking break-ins. There's like
less
arrests.
prosecution.
There's arrests happening. You're just not prosecuting.
They're just not
it.
prosecuting. Yeah.
They're like, crime is down on Christmas.
Because it's Christmas.
Because it's Christmas, guys.
Or it's like, what was that last announcement they made where someone was like, some official from the White House was like, the economy's actually never been better.
Dude,
Based
that was the
on-
best.
Fucking ass,
That was the
dude.
best. Oh, did you see the congresswoman? Or senator, whatever the fuck, who gives a shit?
My favorite senator.
She was like, you know what? It was great. I was driving in my electric vehicle and I passed all these gas stations where I guess it's expensive, but that wasn't a problem at all. So we just need to really move towards that. It's like,
Dude, fuck you.
Hey, Nick, go buy a fucking Tesla, you stupid piece of shit. Stop complaining about gas prices.
You poor idiot.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you? $7 a gallon, get a new car.
That's it.
Jackass.
Dude, we should go. Dude, if I was still trolling, I would go to the gas station right now with a megaphone and just yell at people for not buying a fucking Tesla because they're morons. You
No, there's people that actually.
That sounds like a good Steve Green comedy.
know what I'm saying? Be fun. Be fun.
It's a funny thing, but like I recently met these people that they're expanding their business to LA, but I guess it exists in Texas already. It's Uber, but it's all electric vehicles. So if you're like very like if you're more nature conscious, like, or you're vegan, you don't want to ride in an Uber that's running on gas.
And
So
leather
there's-
seats.
But they already offer that on Uber here? Uber or Lyft? Like you have a choice to choose.
But that's like eating a vegan burger at Burger King. It's like it'll still make you upset
Yeah.
because like you're like that's the same grill where they cook the.
Dude, imagine being a vegan but not taking an Uber because, like, it's a gas vehicle.
And it has leather seats.
Fuck
and
yourself.
why? Because of the shame. Thank you.
Fuck yourself.
Can you order barbecue from this?
I found it was interesting because this company, like, it's mostly Teslas, and I'm like, how many people who can afford a Tesla are gonna want to be an Uber driver?
That's so true.
There's a number of Tesla Uber drivers.
But isn't there like a Uber luxury?
Where?
Well, because one, the Tesla 3 is supposed to be like technically affordable. There's actually more vehicles out there that cost more than the Tesla 3 that are actually Uber cars, for example.
Well, yeah, Uber Black. I can't afford that shit. I
How
got
much is a
wrecked in
Tesla
crypto.
3?
That's what it is. Uber Black.
Cheaper
Wife can,
starting
though.
base one is
Wife
like
can.
less than $35,000. Yeah, Tesla Model 3. If you don't get all the extra fucking bells and whistles.
You want all the fucking, you want the
you want
auto
the-
drive.
Yeah.
You want the car to dance?
So imagine you get a low grade Tesla Model 3 and you're not paying for gas when you gotta like Uber people around.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like that must be a little bit more of a payday.
But then it costs $12,000
We
to
still
upgrade.
use coal to get electricity.
Yeah.
Joe, shh.
Don't say that, man. You're gonna ruin
That's
the dream.
still like
I think that's not the point. I think the idea is the
50
lesser-
fucking percent, dude. Like,
it's the lesser
It's like 70.
evils, right? It's like you're gonna use the coal anyway, or are you using it to build?
But coal comes from the earth. It's
There's no
okay.
point in having this conversation.
Anthony,
This is
you're
way
a
too broad.
dancer. Just dance. hey, make the funny moves, dancer. Come on, do it.
This guy's wife wins one World Series of poker, so he's talking real shit out here.
Let's go, motherfucker. Let's fight right now.
Shit, you want fucking fight?
Finally, let's finally fucking end this.
Take off the fucking Colts jersey.
Fight.